If this is where you really reside, please step outside. She asked them why, and they replied, we don't want no trouble, no. We don't want no trouble, no day. Cause lady, where you come from, people die there every day. And for our safety, that's where you should stay.
Thank you very much for your time, Ethan.
Man, MC Chinaman this man. I tell the people, man, say, watch a program here, you know. Yeah, man, Damian Phillips, every night, live. Check.
Lifestyle, rated M for mature. Hosted by Damian Phillips. It's informative, provocative, and unconventional. Hosted by Damian Phillips. Lifestyle.
Yeah, them I go feel me say when you black side Russian head concussions. Well, look yeah, them I go feel me say when your finger mash no bother cry me say. Alright then, them big in the body, I'ma tell you them ready. Me no need no glass for see them force ripe and too bad company. Some little picking it. Now take no talk a straight road, a street life. Mama little princess gone bad. That is little angel broke out. Mama little pearl, tell me say she ready for the world. Walking out, just another good girl. Gone bad once she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a good girl. Gone bad, and she don't know what she have. Driving the family murder. Good girl, gone bad once she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a good girl. Gone bad, and she don't know what she have. Driving the family murder.
She got so hard, who she impressing? The shortest clothes them she always dressed in.
She loves to drink, she's into smoking, and ecstasy, she's already floating.
Me say a holy man, them gyal a back it up and from inna the church, school bus, the taxi or minivan. And if you follow them gyal, they make you bad for your mother, family and the prison bar. What if you a star, no give them the bar? Mama little angel gone bad, daddy's little princess who broke out. Mama little pearl, I tell me say she ready for the world. What take this little girl?
Just another good girl, gone bad. Once she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a good girl, gone bad. And she don't know what she have. Driving the family mad. Good girl, gone bad. Once she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. The story of a good girl, gone bad. And she don't know what she have. Driving the family mad. Who can hear them? I go feel me say.
So when your finger mash, nobody cry me say.
Who can hear them? I go feel me say.
And when your finger mash, nobody cry me say.
Alright then, well, them begin a body. I'ma tell black side Russian head concussions. Well, who can hear them? I go feel me say. When your finger mash, nobody cry me say. Alright then, them begin a body. I'ma tell you them ready. Me no need no glass for see them force ripe and too bad company. Some little picking it. Now take no talk a straight road, a street life. Mama little princess gone bad. That is little angel broke out. Mama little pearl, tell me say she ready for the world. Walking out, just another good girl. Gone bad once she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a good girl, gone bad. And she don't know what she have. Driving the family murder. Good girl, gone bad once she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a good girl, gone bad. And she don't know what she have. Driving the family murder.
She got was so hard. Who she impressing? The shortest clothes them she always dressed in.
She loves to drink, she's into smoking, and ecstasy, she's already floating.
Me say a holy man, them gyal back it up and from inna the church, school, bus, the taxi or minivan. And if you follow them gyal, they make you bad for your mother, family and the prison bar. What if you a star, no give them no power? Mama little angel gone bad, daddy's little princess who broke out. Mama little pearl, I tell me say she ready for the world. But take this little girl,
Just another good girl, gone bad. Once she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a good girl, gone bad. And she don't know what she have, driving the family mad. Good girl, gone bad. Once she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. The story of a good girl, gone bad. And she don't know what she have, driving the family mad. Who can hear them, I go feel me say.
so when your finger mash, nobody cry, me say.
Who can hear them, I go feel me say.
And when your finger mash, nobody cry, me say.
Alright then, well, them begin a body. I'ma tell you them ready. Me no need no glass for sin. Them force right.
Carrots and chew bad company, some little pickiness. Now take no talk a straight road, a street light.
Watch out, mama like a princess gone bad.
Me say that this little angel broke out.
Mama like a pearl. Tell me say she ready for the world. Walking out, just another good girl.
Good girl.
Gone bad, the one she was a good girl, but now she gone
But now
bad.
she
Story
gone
of
bad.
a good girl.
Yeah.
Gone bad.
Yeah.
She don't know what she have.
She don't
Driving
know
the
what she
family
don't know.
mad. Good girl.
Good girl.
Gone bad, the one she was a
bad.
good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a good
She broke out.
girl.
She broke
Gone
out.
bad. She don't know what she
broke out.
have. Driving the
It's just
family
this girl of a
mad.
good girl. Gone bad, this little good girl, but now she gone bad. It was a good girl, gone bad, and she don't know what she have. Driving the family mad. Is a good girl,
Good girl.
gone bad. She was a good girl, gone bad. This little good girl, gone bad, and now she don't know what she have. Driving the family mad.
Who can hear them, I go feel me say. When your finger mash, nobody cry, me say. Hey, who can hear them, I go feel me say. When your finger mash, nobody cry, me say.
Good evening to you. Hey. I see you, Miss Dennis. How you doing up there in Canada? And I want to say, Canada, look out. Something named Caribana. Yeah. All right. So that's that. Let me not say anything else about that one. But good evening. Thanks for being here. My name is Damien Phillips. I'm your host. On behalf of my producer, Miss Nikisha Strawn, I want to say again, good evening. Thanks for being here. Don't to have me up for last night and the night before, as what happened the night before? You know that yesterday was the 4th of July, so it's all a big celebration here in America. So you don't know, say me, say family, so everything else come after. Because as much as a lot of times we even say our jobs, you can't just go work one morning, or when you leave work you just get a call and say, don't report to work tomorrow, don't come back, whatever. So, it has to be family. And them say the more you put in, the more you get out. So if you're not say family, then when you need family to be there for you, they're not there, you can't blame anybody. Alright? So, one big up Craig Cook, one big up Sanjay Cook. CJ, yeah. We had a blast over the last couple of nights, Sunday, Monday, and of course Tuesday night. Yep. Grilling and all of these things. So saying all of that to say again, I do apologize for not bringing your show to you the last two nights, being Monday night and Tuesday night. And part of it too, I wasn't feeling 100 on Monday, and I tried to sleep it off, and that's what my producer said, sleep it off. Try that, it didn't work. So I say, oh, you know what, yeah. So see some numbers going up, and only one person, Mrs. Safar, log in telling me evening, and that is Tisha Dennis. So good evening to you. Of course, even although I am on Lions Clark's page, I have to say big up to Tristan Buckley. And I did create a Lifestyle TV fan page as well, so you can head over there and like that page, and I'll try to remember. I think I'm gonna make Tristan admin for that page. You know, a fair decision, a fair idea. So why don't you create a page on Facebook, so you know, after the show you can post it there and people can watch it at their leisure. And I'm like, that's a brilliant idea. So from time to time, or just about after every show, you should be able to go over to Lifestyle TV page. That's the page I'm asking you to go ahead and like. So that's where our news and our bulletins and all of that. Somebody said, Damien, the amount of things we do, you need to separate. Right? Everything can't be Damien Phillips. So yeah, using the name. So you can go over, search for Lifestyle TV page, like that page. Hey, Mr. Jones, how you doing, sir? Good night to you. Jodian Palmer is in the house. Good night to you. So what are we looking at? Hey, Tamara. Tamara saying good night, everyone. What are we looking at tonight? We're looking at you having problems with your teenage daughter dressing modestly, and I know that word can have several meanings. And in a world that we're living in now, where they're preaching it that to each his own. I'm getting to hate that term. I'm getting to hate that phrase. I'm getting to hate that terminology. I'm getting to it has become a cliche now, if you ask me. And it's always when somebody is trying to shove down their beliefs or their lifestyle or their way of life on you, and they make the disclaimer, to each his own. And I'm saying, no, it cannot be to each his own. The last person said that to me on a discussion I had on Facebook. I said, listen, well, since you're discussing that to each his own, whatever you think, that means what we should do is do away with our justice system. So if you're in Canada, or you're inside the United States, or you're inside Jamaica, or wherever you are, let's just do away with it. If it's you do whatever you want to do when you want to do it, then we don't need no police force. So that means if I see one bicycle in the yard and I want it, I just can't take it. You understand? And to each his own. I see a wife and I think so she hot and nice and sexy and all of that, but just come knock on the door and say, baby love, come sleep with me tonight. Yeah, to each. Yeah, no. You have to have wrong and right. And we have to have. I was listening to an interview last week on RGR, and they had one of my favorite reggae ambassadors, Tony Rebel, on. He's actually on tour now, and he was one of the special guests, and they were talking about the After All video and amongst other stuff. And this lady that is supposed to be some I don't even remember what's the term or where she's from or whatever, but she was saying, oh, don't censor nothing and blah 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 blah. And then she questioned, which Tony took a bit personal. I could hear it in his voice. She was like, because all of these people talking about morals and all of these things. Good night to you, Marlene. How you doing? Who appointed them? They're not like they're what guard of the city or whatever. They're not like, it's not like they were voted for or voted in or whatever. And Tony Rebel said, nah, man. We have to have them, the gatekeepers, right? That's the term they use. You have to have some gatekeepers. We have to have some people who, and this is why I'm comfortable in my skin now. Some people naga like Damien Phillips, and that's normal. Because guess what? I realize the people who have the most followers and the most whatever people don't like. For example, everything Donald Trump tweets or everything when him say, the amount of people run with it and whatever and stuff. So my thing is that. And then some of the times them friends alone can keep you poor. Yeah. It sounds one way, but that's true. And I use that to say this. I remember I was working at this place the other day, and when I started working, I actually thought that one of my co-workers was racist or something like that. It was like the last couple of weeks when I was about to leave the place or wherever, him start talking to me and, you know, sharing stuff with me, oh, the supervisor, this and that and whatever it was, the team leader. But I thought it was racist because, you know, it was white, never really welcoming, never really talked to me, no nothing. I'm like, you know what? And then one day it came to me because we were actually running one machine together now. And we ran it for about maybe 4 hours. No talking, no, unless I had to say something to him. That's the only way I talk to him, vice versa. And it dawned on me to say, I may say me not go post it, but I didn't, because I never want none of my friends them take offense or whatever. Some of the times your friends can be your detraction. Yeah. Your friends can be that force that prevent you from actually maybe even becoming a better person. And me know, and nobody know I'm my original friend on Facebook take this personal or whatever. But it's like if you get used to me and you say, okay, me know the man, maybe me say something and I could say it in a better way, but because you're my friend, you just say, yeah, man, no, yeah. And then, maybe I even miss the point, or I miss the target audience, or I miss who I really want to reach, because I am so comfortable in the way how I present myself, and because everybody I'm a friend, them like that, them not say nothing. So some of the times your haters can be your motivators, in the sense where they're always on the ball, they're always watching you, they're always criticizing you, and I have reached a stage, that I even take criticism as a positive. So, for example, if I say something and somebody don't like it, I say, all right, what can I do this? And I experimented with it over the past couple of days. I asked some question which it's really targeting females, but it's a different kind of tone, a different way. Like today I asked, should you allow... No, yesterday I asked, how can you be in a relationship and say that you're a single parent? Which, check the levels. I think majority, or we don't even have to get no official stats to know that majority of children that lives with a parent end up being with the mother. And that is just a general thing, right? So I mean, I the mother them I talk about. Who are your haters though? Your friends? That I don't know. I want to welcome Miss Watson to the show. Yeah, I saw your video today. I watched the entire thing and I like it. Trust me. Kind of different from the things that I normally hear you talk about, Miss Watson, but spot on. I like it. Keep on championing it. Somebody need to talk. You understand? Only hope you don't find yourself being muzzled in any way or form. Some people don't want to associate themselves with you because of the views that you're putting forward. But I like them. And that is it, the freedom of social... Well, I can't say the freedom of social media, knowing that I'm not even on my own page, but that's not another story. So back to... yeah, so I post that and I say, how can you be in a relationship and still call yourself, or how can we attribute single parenting to someone who's in a relationship? And that is something that I've observed. So today I take it up a notch and I say, is it right for you to date / get involved with somebody that you do not want to be a part of your child's life? And that is something else to that I've witnessed. And this young lady, she actually go and lay it out on my page and said, no, this is it. And I'm going to paraphrase now. She made mention of a woman may be involved with a drug don or with a gangster, with a scammer, or whatever it is. She don't want her pitting them associate with him. But she's with him for whatever reason that is, and I've spoken to several other persons who weighed in and privately, and I shared me say, listen, my man, me do my thing privately and nobody don't need to know me do or whatever. So you have persons who they're so diplomatic in their behavior and their actions. So for example, they have like an older child maybe in their teens and a younger one. They will like leave the house when the younger one gone to bed, go up on the road, go wherever they might go. And females talk to me and say, no, listen, out of respect for myself and my kids, this is how I operate. So I may be involved with somebody and my pitney them not have a clue. Them not know because them no need for no and feed them business that. And then the person on my page went on to say, some of the times they need to guard your kids. And this is a topic that I did, while I was in Jamaica on cable too. You need to guard your kids from relationships, because depending on the age, they can get and just the individual. You have some kids who they're very clingy, others them just distant or whatever. But if you have a clingy child, and then every month or whatever, you're introducing your little daughter to Uncle Tom and then Uncle Barry and then Uncle... Yeah, you're gonna confuse that child, and you may even sow a seed or plant a seed that it's not even intentionally done. You have some females who they use the bringing the man around my child to see if he's caring or if he's kind or them kind of something there. So them do that with sometimes it backfire. You understand? And different something. We're not even go down the road tonight. So back to at work now. So I realized that the time that I was there not talking to this dude, him not talking to me, him just do what I'm supposed to do, we got a lot done. The production number them skyrocket very high. And I have seen in other cases now where somebody feel comfortable with me, even at my job right now, and they try to talk to me and I have to say, all right, later we talk or whatever it is, because it like I say, your friends or associates can distract you from actually being productive. You know what I say? So sometimes it's not necessarily your haters who come, because guess what? You know your haters and you say, boy, I'm not give my time my dear, I'm not give her time of the day because blah 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 whatever stuff. But sometimes are the same people, man, what my friend asked a while ago, who are your haters though? Your friends. Some of the times they may happen to be the same very people. And I don't want to call names, but even in my marriage right now, you have persons who I associated myself with, and when I've told them that, listen, find Karen and Brere and me I got thing, and I got some stuff. The plan was I'm going to fly up to meet her, and one of my friends said, no, my you no do that, know where you go in a blah blah, make she come a Jamaican, and then she used to text me often and we talk and them complain about my youth, she look clingy. And one of them shared me say, who we have this woman where put her all on her insurance and I'm like, yeah, so you just have to be careful. Anyways, I say all of that for take us up to the time. Forget, well, I was planning on talking to the top of the hour. That never happened. So anyways, Miss Watson say, as if I care, Lord, thank you. Okay, that wasn't the truth. Tamara say, I don't have any children, but if I'm with a man, he has child, I treat the child as if it was mine. The child will be a part of our relationship. But like me I say, Tamara, you have cases where it can backfire, because what if I want to put this now. It don't work out. Let me not use no analogies. What if it don't work out? You just meet this guy and or maybe that should be a topic tomorrow. How soon should you introduce the person that you're dating to your children? How soon? Because like me I say, it can be a just start talk, you just meet the person and everything seems so fine and dandy, whatever. But guess what? It not last. Maybe this person was looking somebody to play with, or maybe you find out something that you can't see yourself living with. So it end up that it kaput. You break off, you cut it off. And I can be honest, when my son, when I used to get him like on weekends, and stuff in Jamaica, I can tell you, my son is 9 and the only person that he met was my wife, as in I am involved with this person. Anybody else me that deal with them know say, yo, I am having my son for this weekend, so guess what? If my mother is available to assist me with him, then maybe I can come link you, but if my mother not available, my time will be spent with my son. And that is my thing. I didn't think that I was at that level with anybody that I wanted to say, okay, bringing this person, introduce this person to my son. And then let me say what. So that was always thing. And it's something that I used to practice from, I know myself. My mom used to do this thing where every time she see me downtown, like walking with a female, she'd go, oh, is this my new daughter-in-law? And one of the time, I'm going to have to stop her and say, yeah, what happened now? Me not like that, because guess what? You just meet the person, but if it's a new daughter-in-law, it can send someone up a message. Maybe I'm not even thinking about the person in that way, but you go say that now and them think, oh, I'm welcome because David mother likes me. No, me no want you do that. So unless me tell you whatever them, that's it. So I think I talk up to the top now. Still have 1 minute remaining before we read the story. So let me get a little bit more of this, because this is what we're talking about. Modesty. You're a teenager. You're having a teenager who just not dressing modest. How do you cope with that?
Black side Russian country, head concussions. Well, who can hear them? I go feel me say. When your finger mash no bad cry me say. Alright then, them picking up body. I'ma tell you them ready. Me no need no glass for see. Them force ripe and too bad company. Some little picking it. Not take no talk a straight road, a street life. Mama little princess gone bad. That is little angel broke out. Mama little pearl, tell me say she ready for the world. Walking out, just another good girl. Gone bad once she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a good girl. Gone
go so hard, who she impressing? The shortest clothes them she always dressed in.
She loves to drink, she's into smoking, and ecstasy, she's already floating.
Me say a whole heap of man, them gyal you back it up and from inna the church, the school, bus, the taxi or minivan. And if you follow them gyal, they make you bad for your mother, family and the prison bar. What if you a star, no give them no bar? Mama little angel gone bad, daddy's little princess who broke out. Mama little pearl, I tell me say she ready for the world. What take this little girl?
Just another good girl, gone bad. Once she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a good girl, gone bad. And she don't know what she have, driving the family mad. Good girl, gone bad. Once she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. The story of a good girl, gone bad. And she don't know what she have, driving the family mad. Who can hear them? I go feel me say.
So when your finger mash, nobody cry, me say.
Who can hear them? I go feel me say.
And when your finger mash, nobody cry, me say.
Alright then, well, them begin a body. I will tell you them ready. Me no need no glass for see. Them force right.
Carros and chew bad company. Some little bikini. Not take no talk a straight road a street light.
Watch out, mama little princess gone bad.
Me say that this little angel broke out.
Mama little pearl, tell me say she ready for the world. Walking out, just another good girl.
Good girl.
Gone by the one, she was a good girl, but now she gone
But now
bad.
she
Story
gone bad.
of a good girl,
Yeah.
gone bad.
Yeah.
And she don't know what she have,
She
driving
don't know
off
what
on
she
the
don't
mad. Good girl,
Good girl.
gone by the one, she was a
bad.
good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a good
She broke out.
girl,
She broke
gone
out.
bad. And she don't
She
know what she
broke out.
have, driving the
It's just
family
the story of a
mad.
good girl.
Black side Russian, head concussion.
Sure, two main issues that parents of teenagers faces nowadays.
Well, I think that many teenage parents have to deal with their young girls becoming sexually active at a tender age, and also the boys probably getting involved in gangs and drug usage.
First of all, I think they all face a trust issue because sometimes they become attached and they don't want kids to go places. So that's for one. And the whole rebellious thing, because sometimes they'll tell you to do something, you don't want to do it, so then you just want to rebel.
So am I getting that it's a known thing that teenagers are just naturally rebellious, and what are the causes?
They're not really naturally rebellious, but they're just sometimes when they think they need space, so they need for their parents to just loosen up a bit and let them have a bit of freedom.
Teenagers not making the right choices sexually.
Trust. Parents don't trust their children enough to go out on their own and learn from their own mistakes.
So, yeah, you don't know Secret Ascension and you are watching Lifestyle with Damian Phillips. Keep it locked.
Taxi or minivan. And if you follow them, girl, they make you bad for your mother, family and the prison bar.
Head concussion.
Mama.
Who can hear them? I go feel me say. When your finger,
Them I go.
me say.
Cause them begin up body. Cause them force right.
And too bad company, some little picking. Now take no talk a straight road, a street life. Mama little princess gone bad. That is little angel broke out. Mama little pearl, tell me say she ready for the world. Walking out, just another good.
So again, welcome to the show. We'll be kicking off the talk show in a little bit, alright?
But now she gone bad, story of a good girl gone bad. And she don't know what she have, driving the family mad. Good girl gone bad. Once she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a good girl gone bad. And she don't know what she have, driving the family mad.
She got so hard, who she impressing? The shortest clothes, them she always dressed in.
She loves to drink, she's into smoking, and ecstasy, she's already floating.
Me say a holy man, them gyal a back it up and from inna the church, school, bus, the taxi or minivan. And if you follow them gyal, them make you bad for your mother, family and the prison bar. What if you a star, no give them no bar? Mama little angel gone bad, daddy's little princess who broke out. Mama little bird, I tell me say she ready for the world. But take this little girl,
just another good girl. Gone bad, once she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a good girl, gone bad. And she don't know what she have, driving the family mad. Good girl, gone bad. Once she was a good girl, but now she gone bad. The story of a good girl, gone bad. And she don't know what she have, driving the family mad. Who can hear them? I go feel myself.
so when your finger mash, nobody cry, me say.
Who can hear them? I go feel myself.
And when your finger mash, nobody cry, me say.
So, welcome again to the show. What we're looking at is this issue: how to deal with your teenagers and the dressing issue. And I remember I saw, was it a video? I don't remember if it was a video or it was just a story, as I have a very imaginative mind. So if I read something, I would I would always picture the picture that goes with it, you know what I'm saying? So it was this man who, he had a problem with his daughter, his teenage daughter, where she's always wearing, as we call in Jamaica, bati rider. And everywhere, whatever function that she's as caught into her, that's how she feels comfortable. So she will always dress that. And then the father said, okay, I'm sick and tired of talking to her. So they were going out, and what the dad did was he went out and he purchased some bati rider as well. And him say, okay, we're going to go out, whatever, 4th of July, we're going downtown, we're going to watch the fireworks, whatever. And him just dropping in bati rider too, with the thing squashing his testicles and all of that. And yeah, she was embarrassed. So she decided that, okay, she go stop. But I say, like, how does it work? And then I find myself now in a very confused place, because most of my viewers, if they're not in Jamaica, we are of a Caribbean descent, right? Big up yourself, Sophia. So it's kind of hard too, because living in America, you're being expected to just accept the way of life. But you know, if you're from the diaspora, you want to, hey, good night, Nikki. Good night. Again, my producer, big up yourself. So yeah, you want to. There should be some kind of difference, but like here in America, like for the most part, the public schools, the kids wear just about anything they want. I remember one time one of my friends was sharing with me that she not understand what she did, because her granddaughter used to just get up out of bed, wash her face, go to school, meaning in her pajama, like the same stuff where she wear to bed, whatever. She just jump up, wash her face, grab her book bag, and run to the bus stop, whatever it is, and go to school. I'm like, okay, interesting. You're gonna find it to be nasty, but yeah. So anything goes. You wear whatever you want to wear. There's no they call this, when you talk about some stuff, they say you're discriminating. You know, and you're being this and you're being that. So they always categorize us, and they always put us in a certain, you know, box, and say we are this and we are that if we do whatever. But what I was saying in my opening remarks is that we're now living in a world where, unless you're from or you're living in a communist country, it's pretty much anything goes. You're free to do anything you want to do. You're free to say anything you... Well, I shouldn't say everybody, because when me do it, me get penalized for it. Yeah, people lick out on me if you say, no, you can't say that. But it's the same person want to say, to each his own, and everyone is entitled to their opinion, which I found a new way to accept that. Because I used to say, no, that is foolishness. I'm not doing it. Yes, everyone, you are entitled to your opinion. I don't need to accept your opinion, because I have reached that point where me know this. and everybody I agree with everything when I say. My producer, Nikki, from time to time would disagree and stuff. You know, and she hold her point and she making all of me. I say, but me did expect you to defend me. And she like, no, me I hold my point. That is it. That is how life is situated. My mother, me love so dearly. And everything me agree with. My wife, and everything she agree with me with. You understand what I say? So, me not expect nobody to agree with me I say. So, I've reached that point now. Land of the free, my brother. So I've reached that point now where I say, okay, I accept it. To each his own. For me, that mean you own your stuff. Don't try to push that down my throat. Don't try to force me. So back to tying with what we're talking about. Me I say now, how your daughter just start just how she feel like. First and foremost, how did that come about? And I remember one of my friends was telling me about this church family thing. She saw this girl, she was about 10 at the time, at the public library. This is important to know. And the girl, it was clear that she was wearing an underwear resembling that of a thong. So when my friend called her over and said, come here, call her name, I said, come here. Why you wearing that kind? And she said, my mother buy it, give me. So now me I say, who want 10-year-old? One mother feel. But I remember a couple months ago, we were talking something along that. I think it was when we were talking about the whole rape and the abduction of females and all of these things, or kidnap, whichever one it was. And one of my good friends, she called me and we went at length at it. And her thing was, the dirty workless man, them need for whatever, because, and I'm like, why you gonna rub butter in a one puss mouth? Like, no pun intended or anything, but me I say, like, we know, we are well aware that there are pedophiles, there are some people who just derange, you have people who have mental issue, whole heap of things out there. Now, why? And I was listening behind the headlines since even an RGR, and this police was talking, and he made mention of something. And I said, that is so serious. Because now I don't know if you heard it, but there's a new thing now in Kingston where you have persons operating as taxi operators, and they pick you up like a regular taxi, come and shout, for 3, whatever, blah, 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 pick you up, and then they rob you. They ask for fear and everything now, and then they rob you. And this guy was explaining that how it happened, which, me no know, whenever me have to go town and take taxi or whatever, me never ever sit down directly behind the driver. I always sit down across from him, and not even at the front seat either. Even if I charter, I sit on the left side that is behind the passenger seat. So I can see the driver at all times, or anybody in pick up in the vehicle. So what this guy was explaining is that how he got robbed, and I see Tamara say, yeah, she got that video. The driver now push back his seat, one quick motion, push it back, pin the guy back there so him couldn't move, and then take out him gun and say, yo, give me your watch and your wallet and whatever, and give me your ATM pin. And whenever I hear people say PIN number, yeah, personal identification, the N actually mean number. So it's kind of redundancy if you say PIN number, because it's personal identification number and you still add the number to it. Anyway, so so the gunman put a gun upon him and say, yo, give me the PIN. So the guy was saying, I thought of giving him an incorrect PIN, but then I thought of, well, if him take me to an ATM and say, put it in wrong, then maybe me end up losing my life. So of course he gave him the correct pin. So that's a new thing now where they have it. But what the cop was saying is that in Jamaica, for most of us, our houses are well grilled and wherever we are going to sleep and we lock up everything tight and whatever. But after we step out, so it's like our safety is only about being inside our house or dwelling place, which is kind of ironic, don't it? The place where you're supposed to have a level of freedom, that is where we are forced by these criminal elements to be secure. But what he was saying, okay, you're going on the road or you're going somewhere, you step out your house, you lock it up nice and tight, you step outside, you go on the road, and you don't care about your safety anymore. So you see a taxi, even if it's legit, well, you wouldn't know if it's legit, but even if it has red plates on it, you're not even observe to see if the tire them smooth or the condition of the driver. Say good morning, making answer, because you don't know if you're intoxicated, then you're going to slur a bit. I don't know if I'm aware of that, but yeah. So have some kind of interaction with him, or you're already in the vehicle, notice how he might drive. If he's proving to be unfit to, actually having your life in your hand, do something about it. Say, brethren, let me off, step out time vehicle, play him preach by you think you reach, and move on. So what the couple was saying is that to him, like as Jamaicans, we don't care about our safety outside of our houses. It's just we just care about our safety when we're inside. So we find on anything, and I'm like, how is this happening? How you just go and go in a one car? And the vehicle that they were the guy said that he took was a Mazda Demino or whatever it is, which as some little car look like Starlet or whatever. Like, yeah, you're that desperate with all of the vehicles where they're on the road. You're going to something that even look like one regular taxi, even if you're going to take, as me admit it, yes. When I want to move fast or quickly, I would take a minibus from Port Antonio to Anata Bay, and then when we call them junction taxi, yeah, take one of them to drop me off a tree. If I have to just run into Kingston for a part from a car or whatever, yeah, me do it. And some persons may say, how? So like me I try and make up for the 2 nights, them and I go all over the place. Now we soon get to the topic. So yeah, so persons will say, no, you're not supposed to take them because this and that. And I remember one weekend I went for my son, and I had to take the public transportation. And me tell myself, so, ooh, my son's safety come first. Me take the risk and take the robot them, but me not carry my son in on a robot. And all of this. And I had an encounter, 3:30. It was about 6 o'clock in the evening, 6:30, somewhere near there. And it appeared to be one last bus going to Portland. And I don't know if you know, but for those of us who travel on public transportation, those coaster buses were designed to carry 4 persons in one row. So you have the double seat on the right hand side, you have a folding seat, and then you have another single one, right? 4 persons. If you check the headrest, it's 3 headrests in one row, and then you have the folding seat. So 4. Now these bus drivers, these operators, they are carrying 6, and if they can carry 7 in one row, them do it too. So I went in the bus, and it was, I don't remember how many persons were in the seat already. But anyway, that is where I'm put. So I sit down, my son sit down, and I was, being there. And the doctor got make me know, so no, I have to put my 7-year-old in my lap. And I'm like, brethren, this is 3:30. Me not got a tavern or up a Constant Spring or whatever. I'm going to Portland. And me for put the child in my lap. When he want to sleep or maybe he want to sleep, how that go? Mr. Boss, I will pay you to have him sit on the seat. And the driver said, no, you can't do that because that look away. I said, no, man, because we already have whichever amount he wanted in the seat, 5, including our 6, whatever. But he must say, no, I need to put my child in my lap so him can. And what came to me clearly is that even sometimes when you think you're doing the right thing, it's like 6.5 dozen, which end up being the same thing. Because guess what? I can tell you this. Some of these very red plates that you say, okay, me now going on nothing but red plates. If you should meet in an accident, it work out to be the same thing. You not have nothing to forget because some of them not no road license, them road license up. Them good and have the insurance because I was told that it's twice a year PPV have to be insured. Them not no insurance, them insurance up, so it's a chance them take when them on the road. But some of them is like coconut broke, puss broke coconut in them eye. Them that dear and I'm like, no man, them not go check me, them not go thing and make a rush. Which I was also told, I don't have any proof to it, so don't quote me, that some of them vehicles were up on the road to a police officer own them. So they know when them can do things and whatever and get away with it. And we're talking about corruption in Jamaica. We need to start there. Yeah. You can't have police up on the road that take up people, car and lock up people and things. I don't know where it is, but was it last year, this minivan in St. Anne, somewhere near there, where the driver gave the vehicle to the doctor early morning and kill off how much pitney I want teacher. And yeah, me as one police woman on the bus there. Right. So I'm saying all of that to say this. When you say, okay, no, I'm not take no robot. Because part of justice system, Because not that I'm condoning. Because if something illegal, you cannot support it. But, which make me think about some pass up now, them people have so much rights. If it's on the book that it's illegal, if it's wrong, why them still push? That's not what we're discussing. So you take the bus, and the bus not licensed or insured, it just on PPV. You think the PPV are going to do nothing for you? If you're meeting an accident, no. So like I say, it's 6.5 dozen. So they will come and say, please take the identified thing and look for the red plates and da da da. But as me say, and people take public transportation and know what I talk about. And not every vehicle. So back to this thing now, what may I say? You have your child. When is it that your child start dressing the way they feel like? Because first and foremost, If an underage person is in my house, regardless of the relationship, so if me are your father, stepfather, uncle, cousin, brother, whatever, guardian, whatever it is, if you're in my house, there are some rules where you're going to have to adhere to. It's as simple as that. It's not a if or maybe, because the only if or maybe is my way or the highway. No argument, no, that. When you think that you have reached a stage where you can do your thing on your own, because like me I say again, if you're not old enough for work and have your own money for shop for yourself, now where you going to get the clothes from? Because you're not going to use my money buy clothes that I deem to be inappropriate. It can't work. Or it not gonna be, I don't even know to try to fathom that. How will you come by? Because nobody now go buy, clothes car coming at my house neither. If you go wear that, you have to be them bad pitney from in the 90s. We used to like our school, are left out of the yard with in a uniform and then them got road got yeah. It have to be them kind of case there. It can't be you leaving out of my house in what you feel like dressing. But as I say again, there's a culture thing. As everybody know, once it come on to summer, just about everybody is wearing short shorts, don't it? So maybe what we deem in Jamaica as inappropriate, then somebody somewhere else may say no. But my thing is very simple. If you feel uncomfortable and it's clear and it's obvious that you're uncomfortable in your clothes, that means it's inappropriate. That means it's not being modest. So if you're wearing a blouse and you constantly have to be doing this, pulling it down, that means something is wrong with it. If you're wearing a skirt or shorts and every second or every minute you have to be pulling down, that means something is wrong with it. If you're wearing something exposing your cleavage and every minute you have to be pulling together or throwing something over it, that means something is wrong with it. Simple. So there's no, you yourself can determine whether something is wrong or not. But then again, they're going to fling in something else to say, oh, but the age and time that we're living in. Gone are the days when, women were expected to dress a kind of way where you wear long clothes, and from you wear long clothes, everybody automatically assume that, oh, there goes a Christian, then kind of something. Then no. So the thing switch now to dressing as skimpy as possible. You even have shows that promote this thing. Beer as a Dare and whatever. You have different ones that actually promotes that. Listen, wear as little amount of fabric as possible, because that is what we want to see, And then something always annoy me is the same man them when I allow them data to do certain things are the ones most of the times who are promoting it, pushing it, selling it, advertising it, making sure. Like something I have a problem I was in the business, stage show, dance, whatever and stuff. I am wondering how we get to the point where every flyer, you're having a fish fry, and for God's sake, what one naked woman I do on one fish fry flyer? Now tell me now. Maybe something wrong with me. So somebody update me. Why is it so important? Why is it so necessary? Why is it a necessity for you to be having a fish fry and you have to have a naked woman on that flyer? Why? What is the importance? My friend Tamara say, I have to wear what my mother gave me to wear. Yep. Yeah, we need to go back to those days. That's what I'm talking about. Very modest. When you depend your own or do your own thing, there are two different something that. And my thing is to, not because you're working, if you're still in my house, you still have to be by my. So you can't say, okay, I buy what I want and I wear what I want because it's my money. No. How for house I step out every time when I step out. You represent me everywhere you go. You understand? So if you behave a certain way, you better make sure I say, me no know. Because it's either. I was talking to one of my friend the other day and him say, him have to say to somebody who live in him house, say, yo, it's either you or me no. You understand? And him talk to the other person and say, me not tell us if you kick out nobody nor nothing still, but one decision I have to make is either you or me. One are we a leave, two are we not sleeping in here, two are we not. You understand? Couldn't wear shorts and mini. Was a little nerd. You're a little nerd, Tamara. I always say that to DP. And for those of you, if it's your first time watching, you can also participate. And I have to say big up to the first time viewers. And I see some comment here. For some reason, I did not see them on my computer. So I guess I need to be going back and forth here. Let me see how far I need to go. Okay, I'm read that already. Miss Watson says that's my new. No. That's. Do mom say that to their daughters? Oh, so Miss Watson was asking if when a woman see her daughter with a man, if she say, "Is that my new son-in-law?" You have some who do it. Worse if the man have money or look like him come from a good family or whatever. So Tamara is saying, growing up I had to dress like a young lady and modest. It's a good night again from Nikki. I think parents who have their teenagers must make them live them youth looking good and still dress modest. Yeah, some people don't know how to create the balance. To me, it's just like the discipline of a child. Not because you discipline your child, that doesn't mean you don't like them. Which some people are after thing. Boy, when me I grew up, the amount of unnecessary lick when me get me know this and me know do that. And anything my pitney want me. No. You can't spoil pitney. If you spoil your child, you're doing them an injustice. You not help them. You can end up be like the mother who, when the judge sentenced the son, the judge said, the man said, Your Honor, me can't say something to my mother. And when she came over, him said, me whisper something in her ears. And bite her for her ears and say, if you did that, talk to me and tell me the right things, I wouldn't be going to prison now for whatever amount of years. You understand? I was listening to a radio show today too, and one of the guests they have on there, she said something, man, it's very profound. She said, listen, she tell all her pitney them, say, listen, me I know your friend. Me no need to be your friend. Say if a friendship you look, you go somewhere else go look that. I am your parent, I'm your counselor, I'm your guardian. Them something them I go do. Yeah, and not with you don't being all of that don't mean that you can't have a good relationship with your child. That don't mean them can't talk to you or whatever and stuff. You understand? But some people like me, I say, Tamara, they can't strike the balance to say, okay, I am going to be stern and at the same time I'm going to be loving. Yeah. Me have cases when me do even from I was teaching. That was my approach. If a child err, and even in my relationships or whatever and stuff, other kids, me say, listen, okay, where you think you do wrong? And them say, right, and me say, alright, here what up now? Where you think your punishment should I be? Because you can't just go on like that. And a lot of times they come up with, suggestions to say, maybe I have to tweak it a little bit, because some of the time I think, when them I suggest kind of too harsh or whatever. So I tweak it a little bit and I say, no, this is what is going to happen right. But you have some people, them have this thing to say, oh, because this and because that they're going to. No, you can't carry a little 5-year-old to a supermarket and make them pick up anything them want. And then what happen now? You see a man complain and say, oh, me this and time hard and whatever. When you carry the pitney go biscuit shop and then pick up all kind of something with them not even want. And them go home and them bust one. And them eat too tight and then them put in the fridge. Where you think no, I could talk some whole or something tonight. Where you think the indiscipline coming from in our society nowadays? Right out of the home it start from. Because from a child can't have a chat. They might get them own way because guess what? Them learn say, oh, when me say something happen, I get a response. So them thing and then say, and you give them water, and then I want that, and you give them something, and then I want that, and you give them, and you do, or maybe stand up. I always wonder why babies don't like when you sit with them. Them always when you stand up, or they want grow up already. I always wonder it. What is it? You sit with a child and them start bawling, you stand up with him and him alright. You see, yeah, I don't know if I have them experience it. So it's like from them a baby can't ever chat, them a test adults. From them stage there. And if Ingrid at church, Tamara, don't know where Terry is, neither do I know where Richie is. Right? So them test we from them a baby. And if you allow them and if you fall for it all the time, guess what? Couple years from then, you're going to have an uncontrolled child. Yeah? I remember when I was running my game shop in Port Antonio. This youth, trust me, I used to love when he come at my game shop because I'm nothing under $500. Nothing. So through that, all when him come at the shop and him now have no money, me game for play. And I remember one Saturday evening, he came, this guy was working from me. And him, I go up at the shop and him say, XYZ no look right, you know, me say what. Him say him just sit down there must over half an hour or hour and him not buying a game nor nothing. Which may have this policy say if you're not spend no money, you can't stay. No idlers on the thing. But like I said, this kid was different because when him have money for spend, him spend it. So I said, no man, something not right. And then the guy said to me, and him not even have on no shoes. So I said, something not right. Tell him say if he play a game, make him play when he want to play. And he did that. I read this. Tamara say, I have a young mother who dress modern and sexy at the same time. So the modest dressing is still in me. Bop, bop. Tamara, Ingrid at church and Richard babysitting. Okay. So, little bit after that, me see the lady, the mother of the child, coming up the step now, because I was sitting outside my business place. And I see one police officer, one female, walk around to the side like she come to the side like she'd go say something to me. Which she did. She say, if I make one the game shop, I say yes. So, the mother went in, and then I said the boy ran past me down the step. So she came to me, and she's saying to me that whenever her son come at my game shop, me not fi sell him the game because a thief for money come at game shop. So in responding, I said to her, ma'am, to be honest, when your child come here and nothing under 500 I'm spending, he's actually a very good client or customer. Would you, since you say you call him a thief and all of that, would you want me to accompany you to the police station, which was I shot to my business place? I said, do you want me to accompany you there? And I can give a statement. No, you don't need to do that. Blah, 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 blah. And then she dip up under me and tell me, what man I got to do me for money and all of these things. And I'm like, so ironic. I actually own my legitimate business and I do things and she's saying whatever. Then I get to find out that what happened was, which the guy, his parent his father is a Nigerian, which I don't know if I don't know about Nigerian, but them have brains up there. The child, and all of that may I find out afterward, he was 10. I thought he was about 12. But it's swear him older than that. Because big body and him, you know, good conversation, polite and all of that. And so him straight A. Which you don't do that. You don't pressure a straight A to study. You don't pressure a straight A student to, go take up your book. No, you do that with the penny them who need help. You understand? You have some kids who, them have them thing govern like that. Them know what them need to catch up and then for. How can you force a straight A student to study? It is foolishness. Any parent that do that, it's book time now, you can't watch TV. They're giving you the grades on a roll. So why you go kill up yourself and I say whatever blah? You're wasting your time and they can end up changing that format and being rebellious because some parenting, I need to do this, so I'm going to do this. Me go rush me pitney, me go ball off of them, me go ready. For what? All when it's not relevant. Yo, come here. No. What is sense? I want all my kids to know this. When me stern voice and know say yes, something or something. But you have other time, I'll even run joke with you and something like, you think I too brethren or something. You understand? Me now go just think, and because you're in a mouth, that's a waste of time to me. Because when the child is going to grow with this resentment towards you and whatever. So, back to the child now. 10-year-old. So I happened to be doing a story for TVJ and the superintendent, I went for an interview with him and him said, a lady came here the other day complaining about a game shop. What kind of game you have up here? I said, I have everything. He said, for what age? I said, all ages. From you can press a button and whatever, you can think which is true. Him say, the lady came here and whatever stuff. So I tell him what I go and I said, but she can't expect you for police. So I did say to her, I said, listen, so you're telling me if the child go into KFC now with $500, the cashier is supposed to question him and say, okay, tell me, how did you come about having this money? And interrogate him and call you. I said, no. You can't. So I saw even some other police and them say, Bridging, friend, hold them and take out the money out of them and out of them pocket, stick him up with a knife or a gun, nothing for about. So how can you want me to be policing your and I wonder, I say, how can I have a 10-year-old and tell him no go somewhere? So her beef with me was all of the other game shop owners, them say, yes, ma'am, to it. I say, well, listen, I'm name Damian Phillips, I'm in one my gaming lodge. Anything you want to do, you do. Me not follow nobody. As me say, anybody come in my shop and whatever, I go do business with them. Point I'm saying all of that to say, how can you have when me hear about it, people mother bring them son, 10-year-old gas station. Officer, me I beg you talk to him because me can't manage it. Yeah, and I saw those things in the 90s. So now, say 95 to now, yeah, do the maths. Them boy they know, since them mother couldn't talk to them at age 10. 8-year-old between 8 and say 15, although 15-year-old now a big man. One punch down all teacher and all of these things. Between that age, you cannot talk to your child. So how is it now? This person is going to be a decent citizen in your country when you can't talk to them. So back to the dressing thing now, may I say, how you have your daughter in your house and she's dressing in a way that you don't consider modest, and you can't curtail that? You can't do nothing about that? No, man. So Gloria said, I know I had some more. Joe Thomas, welcome to the show. For some reason, this page not giving me everybody on there, so I have to go back and forth. Katie and Lawrence login. Tristan, welcome to the show. So Gloria said, from slavery days, black people were forced to go half naked, so they still cherish those lifestyle, not knowing that the slave master was the one who taught us to go like this. But here are my issue with that now, Gloria. You see, when me champion some cars now and use the same reference, I am being told that we need to live past that. You understand? Because the term, and I don't use it, it's similar to mother sucker. And I said soccer, I did not say the other one. And what happened, I was made to understand, is that to boost their slave trade, the slave owners, the slave master used to have us actually mating with our relatives. Some of the time them they just blindfold people in know who even your mother you end up having intercourse with. So that is where the term come from. And when them want belittle us, them use the term mother, you know what. So, saying all of that to say, they are these things. So when me I say now, listen, them used to just carry around and just make we just multiply. And that is something that we I used to say we inherited from slavery days, but no, that is actually a lie. Because they still have countries who practice polygamy. So yeah, I wouldn't say what they did was they just end up encouraging something that was part of our part of our culture in any way or form to benefit them. But they make sure that you're not keeping a family together kind of thing. They wouldn't encourage that. So saying that the whole thing is from slavery and everything, I'm kind of have some reservation about that. Tamara read all of that. Little nerd, I read that too. Sophia says, and I'm seeing that now, some of these parents dress just as the child, so they see it as nothing. They even buy the clothes for their teenagers and live. Children live what they learn, right? And I refer to the radio show I was listening to, a little piece of it, and I heard one of the presenters saying, children, how him say it? Like he must say, I'm paraphrasing now. Children don't listen to you, then follow you. Something to that essence. I don't remember exact words, word for word now, but that's basically what we're saying. And some people are of the opinion, and check the levels if you don't think, allow me to tell. If you use curse words a lot, and you have a little baby and the baby just start talk, 1 year old up to say whatever age, from time to time, you will hear those words coming out of the child's mouth. And if I lie me I tell, somebody call me right now and challenge me and tell me, I lie me I tell. Yeah. And you see them one now, how hypocritical is that, where you're going to box off the pitney head off of them body, but guess what? If you call them and say, come here, is a bad you call them with. Yeah. And so, like I'm saying, it's so serious where, for real, children more, and then you have kids, where, and I witnessed this in the classroom when I used to teach. They were being abused at home. And them can't lick back their mother, them can't lick back their father. So guess what happened? These are the terrorists in the classroom. These are the ones who you can't go 5 minutes and half a call to them, because what? Them have some built up anger and stuff where them need to get out, because what? Them can't, they don't have any other exits. So guess what? Them come at school, come beat up people, pitney. Yeah. So what you say so far, that is so true. Where the follow them. When I see now, it is the norm where you can see a 15-year-old and her mother in a club or some dance, and the two of them dressing like two skettle. Pardon me for the expression, but no better one not coming to my mind right now. I'm like, so how you gonna control that? We actually sex up our kids so much now. But now me buy the sexy. So back to something, because I know me did say something and then me did sleepy and go off tangent. So one of my friend did call me in and she was saying when we were talking about this that listen, you have the right to dress your child, irregardless of the age, any way you choose, any way you feel like. And I'm saying even if you dress them that is not age appropriate, and she kept on, she went on and said, you as the parent have the right to dress your child anyway. And I am saying, no danger that. Would you just take up your car key and give your child and say, go and go drive, knowing say, one, them good can't drive, or two, they don't have their license? Would you really feel comfortable to say, yeah man, take your car and go and buy your business? So we address them certain way and I send them go a road now. And again, I make sure I put out my disclaimer. I am not saying that a man have the right to rape anybody at all. That is not what I'm saying. All I'm simply saying is, why make it easier? Why make it so attractive? And I mentioned this last week or the week before that I was listening to the same radio show I listen every day. And this lady calling here, could I hear says an elder woman. And her take was on it that, trust me, you see some of them rape you go on now, some of the woman them call it on themselves. And of course, we're in that society that we're supposed to debunk. And do you have any empirical facts, evidence to that? And and you can't say that. And that is what the host was doing to her. And she was saying, listen man, you have some man where when them see something and them feel like them want it, them within them self-esteem is so low. So they wouldn't even approach and seek, because them just tell themselves already, say, no. I don't like your neighbor have one banana over them yard. I ask a boy, if me beg her cut her a thing off it, she go say no, you know. Which chances are if you go and ask, you get the whole thing. But no, you already created doubt in your head to say no, whatever, blah, blah, and fight against yourself. So you go and thief it. Because guess what? When you go and take it now, nobody can say no to you. You understand? You get what you want. That is how some men operate. Them say, me not even go down the road for try get, because me no fear type. Or maybe me call to her, or maybe me try talk to her and she diss me up. Tell me all kind of whatever. So what the lady was saying, I say it was very interesting that it was coming from a woman's point of view, to say the way how some women are going on the street nowadays, it is actually a turn on to the man them. I have some workless toasty man, because like me always tell people, and to the day me can say nobody, not one person, even with if I'm with or whatever, can seriously say me hold them down and take nothing. Because me consider myself to be of a certain caliber, whatever the term is, where if you don't want me, me don't want you neither. Understand? And I was so always afraid of jail. So sometimes people come back to me and say, boy, if you were a little bit more persistent, then you would have. You really think some of the last station? I'm like, trust me, me no want to know. I don't want to even find out. You understand? So when a woman is going to tell me, because she called in and she went at length to say, a man, and I worked out a scenario, and I have to remember where we did reach with the scenario, because she wasn't allowing me to talk. I said, look at it now. And I've known this, where you have kids who, them are 15 and them look older than them age. And knowing in Jamaica, which is quite different from here, because I'll me know with my grey beard and thing, if me I go in a club, them I gotta ask for ID or stuff. Boston, link up, big up yourself, youth. And yeah, as old as it be, if they're going to ask you for your ID, you need to produce some proof of age or whatever it is. In a Jamaica, we know so it go. Any party you have, and trust me, do a survey for yourself and see if majority of patrons right now, in a most of the events, them if them not underage, and then you go tell me say you want to tackle this, you want to tackle that, and some simple low hanging fruits like that, just to make one police woman did tell me already. I was calling on this, it was close to December, and I was calling on it, and me say my brethren them a roof for one roof club, don't feel no way or whatever. Me I tried to things to protect you. And I was saying to the cop, I said, listen, okay, you know the places in Portland in Port Antonio where you're going to have events like Christmas night. So the nightclubs and go-go clubs or wherever it is, can't you, just like how they have one bag of police or roam the street and walk up, can't you assign a 1 or a 2 police to every gate or every door of these adult deemed places, venues, event to ensure that underage don't come in? And she of course gave the excuse, no, we don't have the manpower to do that. I'm like, isn't that 50 clubs in Port Antonio? And I wasn't even saying that doing it for the entire Portland. At the most at the time I ever seen Portland at one time is 4 clubs. See, I try to tell me, say, you can't get 8 police officer. Just go there. Do like what me see them do up here. Club a go on, you see police car and whatever. Me not say you have 10 police and 10 police cars sitting outside. And no. But I am just saying, just the presence of the police would act as a deterrent. So guess what? You wouldn't have kids going into what is deemed as adult entertainment if you go get involved. So this is the scenario Boston link up when I put to the woman who did call in. Me say, listen, me go club now. Me don't know nobody a Mobile. Go so boom flying a Mobile and thing and me say, me able drive go Portland and me go just skip back in a hotel and everything. Boom, me go one club. See a girl, she look all nice, fit what me like and all of that. Step to her, boom, talking start, drink start, buy, whatever. Me say to her, listen, me alone in my hotel tonight, you know, and come kill the night with me, and she agree. Now, before we even reach there, somebody who know of this child is going to know that she's underage. Now, they may be crucifying me and say, look on the big old grey tone man. Well, look a little pitney. But to me, she don't look like a little pitney. And then the next thing I'm going to say, why would a little pitney being in an adult club? You understand? So I think once you're in there, you should have the right. A man and woman a big people thing. You have the right to step to anybody where you see, and if them up to your argument or whatever, you're free to do whatever you want to do. That is how I view it. So my boy, and you have to criticize and say all of these things, and then what happen now? Later on, you have to cuss the man and say the man should have know what the man supposed to do. Step to her and say, may I see your identification, please, before I say, can I buy you a drink? No. So me I say, what about the motherly protection, Tamara? That me I talk about, you know. You just, because we're in that space where everybody is free to do what they want to do, when they want to do it, then it's free. And then now, when your little pitney get raped now, you said when I go on ball and about this and that, and the man them, gang them by them balls and all of it. You don't know the expression they come out, don't. Go back. Reading. Some of these parents, I read that already. Well, the mother addressed same group, read that too. Tamara said, my mother was the first person who took me to a club at 16 with her friends and their daughters. That was fun. Me have one brethren the other day where I reason, and him say, listen, him tell him son, say, whenever I reach of age, you say, if you want to smoke, make me and you smoke. Say, if you want drink, make me and you drink. And him say, did that with the drinking thing. And him drink, and him say, okay, I have a couple of things. How do you feel now? And him son explains, say him feel a kind of way. Him say, okay, this is the part now where you stop. Once you're feeling that kind of way, you stop at this point. And what you have, like, I can't go on and on with examples. My mother was a down-to-earth woman, but was strict when the time comes. Yeah, that me I talk about. And when your child can identify that to say, listen, me can ramp with my mother or me can ramp with my father, you know, me know what me can do or what me can do. I think it's better that way. Lol, you know, run for jail, bro. Brother, not going to do it cause cops dating underage. Tio, you know, it is so funny, you know, where you say that because I don't know if you're following the news, but a cop was sentenced or found guilty, found guilty last week for the killing of his 17-year-old girlfriend. And I don't even want to assume. So that is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that they have a lot of police officers who they actually themselves are involved in relationships where they're not supposed to. Boston Link Up say you have a point, bro. So, let me see if anybody say anything here or me never mention. Alright, I think I'm on point. So now the time is 10 minutes to 11. Oh Jesus. Me chat out the whole of the show. I'm gonna read the article yet. Oh no. Westmoreland attack. Thank you very much, Tamara. Thank you very much. On point. Yeah. cop charged for the murder of him 17-year-old girlfriend. How to deal with a teenage daughter who refused to dress modestly? I say, how is that even an option? That me have to ask. Yeah. My husband and I are the parents of 3 wonderful children, but we have been having some issues lately with our 15-year-old, our middle child. She continues to wear skirts that are much too short for her, including to school, in parentheses, where these kinds of things should be dealt with, but aren't. So now you hear this, mother, you know, she has a school to deal with. Oh my goodness. Anyway, and went out with her friends. We both have to leave for work early in the morning and rely on our kids. Let me slide over this so I can see the rest of it. Our kids to get ready to go to school by themselves in the mornings. And we aren't able to verify our children's attire. In fact, we first found out our daughter was wearing miniskirts, or it should be in the first wearing miniskirts, was when the school called to tell us. When we get home from work in the evenings, our daughter is usually wearing miniskirts and occasionally other short clothing inappropriately for her age. We don't know where we get them. That should be where she gets them, and suspect she borrows them from friends or buy them at malls when she's out. 15-year-old I talk about. She was a very rebellious and rude. She was very rebellious and rude the last time we discussed this with her. We told her that we as parents require that her skirts be knee-length or longer and meet school dress code. To which she replied that we were being old-fashioned and too conservative, and that short skirts are not every other girl is wearing. We threatened them, perhaps too brazenly, to throw out all of her skirts. So you see, it's foolishness, this, you know. Because first she gonna say, she borrowed them. Okay, threatened to throw out all her skirts, even her okay ones, and buy her ones that were full length, i.e. that reach her ankle, knowing that she would know that she'll have to wear them to school and would not like it, thus giving her an appropriate incentive to start dressing more modestly. After she continued being rude and not wanting to follow our requirements, we followed through, and while she was at school, we threw out all her old skirts and anything that we found inappropriate and ordered some full-length skirts for her to wear, like something else to this. Last night, she complained that other kids thought she was uncool because her parents made her wear ankle-length maxi skirts, even though they were to demonstrate a purpose, and further complained to us about how we don't get it. Yeah, they'll look up at me and tell us, you don't get it. Mommy, you don't get it. Dad, you don't get it. And all girls wear skirts that are short. I explained to her that when I was growing up, we were in a strict religious community where modesty was a big deal, and we were expected to wear skirts that were almost ankle length. And so I therefore understand her wanting to express herself by wearing clothing that shows more skin. What I can't seem to get across is that while she has the right to express herself, she needs to care about how she looks and dress appropriately. We feel that she accepted wearing the ankle-length skirt when she decided not to follow our rules. Yet she makes us out to be the enemy who won't let her be her own definition of cool. Though we are still adamant about enforcing it, I am wondering if we were perhaps a bit too brazen and hasty when it comes to handling this. Do you feel like this was handled appropriately. I'd like feedback and how you feel we did in terms of handling the situation and what perhaps we should have done differently. Also, on a more general scale, what is the recommended way to deal with children who don't dress appropriately and you have limited time to deal with discipline due to a hectic schedule? So, that is the documents that I received from my producer to share with you, and like me say, me chat out the show. But guess what me I gonna do? If you guys want, I can actually go over to 11:30, cause guess 11:30 my time. That is, I'm in Columbus, Ohio. For those who don't know, yeah. I am on 3 days off, so I'm not working tomorrow. So yeah. So I can go up to 11:30 when I'm chat out the show. So this is a concerned parent who saying, you know, they did some measures and I well, she ended up wearing them. Yeah, I wonder if she did like a runway or thing, because I have people who do that. Them not abide by. Which bring me to another thing in Kingston or all over Jamaica. The other day I heard about 2 came from Portland, ran away from Portland, and ending up with a woman who was actually selling them into prostitution in Kingston. I need to follow up that case to see where that reach. But yeah, them run away. And most of the time, why them run away? Them run away because they don't want to listen to them parents. But my thing is always this. I don't think, it's just like bad breath. Sorry for the expression. You might not just stink overnight. You not just go sleep last night and wake up this morning and you have stinking mouth. No, and that's how it go. Or any other part of the body that stinks. No. It builds, it adds, it you understand what I say? You don't just wake up one morning and go, my mouth is unbearable. No. I know so it go. So I am saying now with this woman, she's first saying, oh, maybe it's borrow, she borrow them. How much skirt so she borrow? And then she made mention of something which, you know, I use these kind of things as my scale. I don't business rather if people want to tell me, say, it is not cool to be a Christian, or it's not cool to go to church, or whatever. Because you have some people that them a bash church now. Right? Church is church that, and they find all the excuses. Oh, the pastor, them are there with the church sister, them, and everybody we got at the church are hypocrite. And I am saying, I believe intentionally the church was attacked because they want to open up certain things, or they want to free up certain things. So you erode the whole moral and all of these things, and it's easier. So where there's no morals, where there's no guidelines, where there's nothing to live up to or whatever, people just fall for anything and everything. You understand? Gone are the days when being a virgin was a big thing, you know, and you had parents who they used to encourage their daughters to say, keep your virginity for you. No, you have mothers saying, listen to me, nobody no pussy on a bag here, cause this straight up. I tell them, pitney, say, listen, when you come at whatever age, if you want to experiment, and then they think, well, I never wait, so you don't have to wait. And so the whole moral and the whole decency, like this is what this mother was saying. She grew up in a strict religious community. Them something they gone. And I think what can be had from religion is that religion kind of teach you one kind of way for walk where it's not even offensive to nobody. You understand? But as me say, especially Christianity, under attack, them cuss out Christians, them say everything wrong about Christians and whatever. And you have some persons right now who, although we're raised up in the church and all of that, we kind of start side with the world and accept. And guess what? Check the levels. Look how many things right now you're comfortable with that 10 years ago you had some discomfort. 15 years ago you had some discomfort. 20 years ago you had some discomfort. Check the levels. Do your own tally. I say, yeah, this. What I used to think about this 10 years ago? How do I view it now? And see if what me I say not true. Tamara said, first of all, the parents should address the situation from home and depending on the school to come from home. All right. Right. I agree with you with that part, because she actually put it in bracket to say, oh, the school is not dealing with it. And you heard the excuses. No. How would you deal with that? That is the question. I think I heard some WhatsApp, I never checked them. How would you deal with My brethren send me something. How would you deal with this situation if it was your daughter? How would you approach it? Yeah, tell me. I want to hear from you. Do you think that her action was to the parents? The action was too drastic, was too much of a, heavy-handed kind of thing? I want to hear from you while I read some of these comments. Cause she called and asking. Well, not call. She suggested something. So this person say, you should not make your teen wear that long of a skirt. Just let her wear the short ones. Then she'll finally start listening. And that is from user 13657. Another person here say, you threw things out that belongs to your daughter. It doesn't matter if you warn her. The fact that you say you threaten her is very concerning. You threw out her belongings. She is going to see you as the bad guy. She is going to react very poorly, and she is going to learn nothing except that she cannot trust you when she leaves the house. And that is from Zabooz. But you see, these are me I say now, if you don't allow society for raising a pitney, you not gonna have problems. Because that is the narrative that you're going to hear now. When I was reading the story, I say, because it sounds like American to me, I say, sure, she not gonna call police and so them destroy stuff here and whatever, blah, blah, blah. So now this person is saying she is not going to trust them, and she's not going to trust the parent, and the parent should allow her. So your child is doing something wrong. Are you suggesting to me that you allow the child to do something that you deem wrong? And then talk to the child. But talk about what is Papa Jesus? Hey, boy. No, sir. I can't deal with it. Yep, I can't deal with it. So I used a photograph of a little baby dressing sexy like me. I don't know if I said. I don't know if you can see it. Let me try and bring it up. So and my friend saying, so DP, if them just baby like that, how you expect the teenagers to dress? Which that is a strong and valid point, because guess what? Like me say, some of the things that we do when the pitney them not focusing, but yeah, that's supposed to be the little baby that I used to sell my story tonight. So when they're kids and you buy some of the sexiest stuff and you dress them in, let me tell you now, the 10-year-old where her mother actually buy her thing, and when my next door sister see her and ask her what she are doing, and that she saw her mother buy it. So you dress the pitney them from them little bit like some little skettle. So when them get little older, you think I got, or like somebody said, I don't remember who it was, say, I see them where the mother them address. So yeah. So how is it that you're going to do that? How can you send your child to buy cigarettes, and then now when teacher say, oh, I get your son a smoke around at the back of the school, you want to go to school, go kill him with lick? Like seriously? Yeah, I heard about a story at my school, the high school I went to, and when the teacher called in the father, because the son was living with his dad. When the teacher called me in and thing, and the man go, and them take out the bag of weed and put it on the decks and say, sir, we found this in the possession of your child yesterday. Oh, one box the man gave him son, and what came out of the father's mouth after that shocked everybody. Look how you carry my weed come to school, my good weed come to school, come make teacher take away. That was the concern of the father. All he concerned about is that the boy, him son, carry him weed, go school him, good weed, and make teacher take it away. He never care about nothing else. Tamara said, yes, it was too drastic. Wearing the long skirts, but you can go as short to the knees and give her a little talk. Yeah, but when me I say Tamara, they had the talk because at the school actually calling the parent to address it. Remember she say, them go out early so them can't really monitor what them wear. Which my take on that is, if there's a problem, teacher call me I go say every night. Me I go say, let me see what you're wearing tomorrow morning. Take it out and show me. And I am going to have a problem if you take out something that I pass and say, okay, this is okay. Or I say, no, change that or whatever. And you go behind my back and wear something else. Yeah, no problem. I was the Miss Prim and Proper. Broke out at age 18. See it there? Ray. Alright, me get some WhatsApp, but I'm not sure if it's deemed for the show, so I'm trying to ascertain that. So Mary is saying them confused. That's all I can say. Alright, so I get some WhatsApp. I want to assume that is for the show. So let us take the risk together to play them. And if I know for the show, then I'll just cut it off. We're going until 11:30 tonight, people, just in case you're wondering. Alright, I have a way I can actually listen it without an hearing. So, see it there. Yeah, man. So, alright. So you see, it's a lucky thing me never play it, make everybody hear it because it wasn't for the show. Somebody asking me for a number. Alright, that is the number I have. I hope it is the right person. Yeah, let's look like it. Alright, she gone for one next topic too. So yeah, so I am saying now, so this person responding and say, oh no, she shouldn't have thrown out the clothes because her not in my house I not approve of. That I know. That in my house I know I must hide that. And me find that in the no, yeah, me have certain mindset where sometimes one of them are wrong are just me that, Like the whole which picnic in my house and about them and lock up themselves in their room, can me talk to them. Lock in a which room? Or which room then in my house and me can go in any time me want. Of course I'm going to respect your privacy. So, me know say whatever you just come out of the bathroom, whatever, me not go barge in your room or whatever it is, but you must be mad. I've what in my house. There are at least two sides to every issues. Somebody else comment here. There are also at least two sides in every war. By destroying what she considers her because she did not comply with your orders, in her eyes, the issue has become a war and you launch the first nuclear weapon. But it was a dud, whatever that is. Did you change your mind? No. Did you adjust her clothing style? No. She will find a way around draconian methods of control. Did you achieve anything you wanted? No. So, what can be answered with yes? Is she now pitted against you? Yes. Does she now know to hide everything she does from you? Yes. Will she trust the most stupid person in the world instead of you? Yeah. Hold on. Uno realize what one? So this is where it's at. So if you as the parent put on your foot and say, now somebody's telling you this is what society is selling to our kids. Because you put on your foot and say, no, you're not going whatever. The child is now going to trust the most stupidest person. That means she's stupid too. If you tell your daughter, say, your son not do something and them go and follow the most stupidest person and do it, that means you're pitting an idiot. Simple. She's not a toddler. She's a young adult. Young adult, no. Adult 15-year-old is not a young adult. She violated no laws and was conforming to what she perceived as the standard for her generation. You distance yourself from her and, in her eyes, from her generation. Whatever has been declared, it's all a loss. I am grateful to say resolutely no. Our daughters are and will always be our babies, whether they are 4 months, 4 years, or even 44 years. We'll remember every nuance as we ought. They clearly change over time, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. But as parents, we must always be there for them, in the good and bad. So you disagree with her choice of clothing. Does it really matter? So you disagree with her hairstyle. Does it really matter? So you disagree with her choice in dash issues. Does it really matter? You know, here what society has to no pitney them. We're talking about one 15-year-old, you know. We're not talking about one 18, 19, 20, 21, whatever. Which, look how stupid this is. Sorry if I kind of get annoyed at them comments here, although I'm going to read them. So, society now tell us you cannot dictate to your child. You cannot put down your foot, however. But then they must say, but what, can you legally drink or smoke in America before you reach age 21? No. You can't. So why the double standard then? Because them love Jada word, you know. Oh, double standard, this and where the double standard? You are telling a 15-year-old that, or you're telling the parents of a 15-year-old that, no, them not have the right. You should accept our hairstyle ever. So tell me, you have your 12-year-old and them she come home from school one day with the whole her ears pierce up, and everywhere where piercing can go, she pierce up. You don't have the right to do anything about that. You must just accept her the way she is, because really? Okay then. When we reach at her age, you can give her advice, suggest alternatives, help with her thought process, and support her growth. But control, dictatorship, supremacy is no longer yours to be had. This is a 15-year-old in a year house. She is a free-willed spirit now, beyond your control in anything but the minor issues. Women voting, non-white speaking as free people, indentured persons being treated as equals just decades ago. The answer to those questions would be, are you crazy? If you had to make a mistake as significant as yours, if I had to make a mistake as significant as yours, I would sit down with her, apologize, tell her the reasons, accept my errors, and correct it. So does correct it mean you go buy back the same short skirt that we have a problem with she wearing? And then make damn sure she knows that I am willing to do so because I care about her so much. And for that very same reason, I took the initial actions. It will show what a true adult will do, admit their mistakes, and take responsibility for it. If you don't, as is your choice, then you are choosing to accept the consequences of a daughter who will no longer be with you in spirit, but still serve as a daughter. Since your actions serve no constructive end, please ask yourself this: did I raise a slave? If the answer is no, it is a firm no to her. Then your choice has been laid out before you to make. And 4745 say, greater than the number of days she will be under your control. And a timer, so that is 4,745, greater than the number of days she will be under your control, and a timer to when her control over her life without any non-legal interference begins. While you were reading this, the number got smaller, and me really wish if me could have see. Okay, all right. Now me I gotta be very, 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 very judgmental. This is from a Jeremy Miller. And yes, I was reading it, and I said to myself, so I go to one pedophile, all right, this. When you go tell one 15-year-old, say, oh, this is a young adult, and the mother supposed to apologize to her because she did something wrong, and calculating how much time she have over. Like, seriously? Seriously, in a real life. Yeah, man, pedophile. Alright, so make that start over back. You have a point, bro, but I'm not going to. Alright. Yeah. So this person is telling this Jeremy person now ridiculing the parent to say the parent do something wrong and all of these things. Hey Tristan, what's up? Which 15-year-old can dress any way they want in a year house, Tristan? As me say, all if enough for me pitney. Alright, this response. At the beginning of their lives, parents should be like their kids' dictators. Then their presidents, and finally their advisor. Rebellion lets you know when you have been demoted. Alex in Paris. At Jeremy. I like a lot of this post. Couple of suggestions. I don't edit myself because I don't want to misrepresent you. I didn't edit myself because I don't want to represent you. 1. The yes section could be toned down slightly as written. The use of everything and the most stupid may be more than is needed. 2. Comparing parents' concern about appropriate attire with the resistance to women's suffrage and minority rights seems a bit much, as does the use of slave, where I think you mean something like on questions follower. Again, I like a lot of this, but some tweaks would make a lot more comfortable upvoting. And this is from JD's, yeah, kind of thing. At JD's, and I think this is the same German responding, which I think is a pedophile. Sorry, but yeah, everybody freedom of speech. Don't can't say anything we want to say. I said I think, I didn't say is, so that is not no slandering or becoming liable in any way or thing. At JD's, thank you for the feedback. The yes section is based on my experience in high school with children who would ask me, in parentheses, the then virgin about sex and everything else, and my suggestion to consult with their parents was mocked. I had one guy ask me about getting a girl pregnant where he'd only engage in oral sex. Hence, the most stupid part, while slave has many connotations, a dictionary looked up reveal it is a purpose in the usage. And I suggested not only because of the definition, but because that it is how the kids feel. Much of what... Also, no, he's calling a 15-year-old a kid. Much of what I wrote was elusive to how she feels. No, but because that is how the kid feels, much of what... So you see what me I say? Your own people, trust me, if you don't have an opinion them, don't allow society to dictate to you. Because this man just referred to a 15-year-old as a young adult. And now the same man is calling the 15-year-old a kid. Confusion, don't it? That is how it sounds to me. Sounds like confusion to me. Hey Sophie, I wanted to cut off and just come back on. Yeah, like me say, that's all like confusion. The same person that called the 15-year-old a young adult is now calling them a child. And like I say, anybody watching, I don't know, because my time then I see few things, and then when I come off, I see 100 and add, 500 and add. So if you want to participate, feel free to. Tamara look like she got in her bed too. I don't see nothing from her. Alright, continue with some more of these posts. Remember that I am going to say bye-bye at 11 o'clock. I mean, 11:30 my time, which is Eastern Standard Time. 10:30 Jamaica time. Jeremy Miller, how exactly did we make a mistake? We gave her plenty of hours. So this is the Stephanie. This is the mother responding now. At Jeremy, how exactly did we make a mistake? We gave her plenty of advance notice regarding what the punishment will be. We were willing to talk this out with her, but we won't compromise until she alters her behavior and stop lying and talking back to us. She chose to wear long skirts when she accepted the punishment for the behavior. So Jeremy is responding back to Tiffany. Your error is in assuming that getting your way is going to teach your daughter anything helpful to her. There is an old saying, a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. You may win the battle, but the war will last for longer and you will lose. A relationship cannot be ruled and be strong. Do you want her to follow you from fear or love? What will you have achieved in the end other than to have gotten your way? What is your goal as a parent? To have children who obey? What then will they become as adults? And as me say again, somebody going to have to convince me say it's not a pedophile. That because that means everybody free to do what they want to do. So that means let us encourage our kids to start have illicit sex, do anything with anybody, anywhere, anytime. Don't be responsible. Just fling them body all about the place because, yeah, it's yours. Do anything you want to do with it. Yeah, man, drink, smoke, I'll do all work. Start got club from your 10. Because you're not a slave. You're free to do what you want. Seriously, people? All right, another comment here. As a young adult who grew up with parents dictating to me what I could and could not wear, I'm begging you to go to your daughter, apologize for not respecting her as an adult. As the adult, that she is. Oh, Jesus. One more idiot. And tell her that no matter what she wears, you love her and you're the incredible grateful and proud of the woman that she is. My parents forced me into wearing what they wanted me to wear while I was living at home, and so it appears that they had won. Reality? They won the battle on skirts and lost the war on maintaining a relationship with me. They were so concerned with how I looked and that I fit the model of how they wanted people to perceive their daughter that they put that as more important than the relationship they had with me. Your daughter is autonomous, and while she is still a minor, the age for commanding obedience to others like that is long gone. So you actually are putting a perspective. Yes, she should have tightened up the rein long time. Now it's a time when you have to let your daughter make her own decisions with your knowledge. Otherwise, she'll make her own decision and see you as the enemy of who she is. Your daughter is more than her clothes, and her feeling love accepted by you is more important than you being controllable without everything she wears. Your daughter desperately needs acceptance and love, not control. If she doesn't get that acceptance from you, she will go find it somewhere else, and it will probably be from someone much less good for her than you. Please, let her wear the shorts and pants she wants and avoid criticizing her clothing as much as possible. She need love and grace. And this is from Ali. Another one here. Make sure I check see if anybody comment over here. So first, before me read. Alright, nice no comment there. So check WhatsApp. Get a WhatsApp a while ago. My prayer is freezing. I don't know why it's freezing tomorrow. I don't know why. Must I tell me set time up? Oh, why? Alright, that is connected. That is running. I don't know why it's freezing, T. Oh, you say it's okay now. Right. I read in couple of these comments, T. Thanks for the information that the page was freezing. But you say it's alright now, so yeah. So I read in some comments here and I'm saying parents don't allow society, because this one man said that, oh, she's a young adult, and then him respond and say, oh, she's a kid, and this confusing thing. There was an age where miniskirts, as it's in the image you post, were considered outrageous, and those who wore it would for sure go to hell. It turns out that it wasn't that dramatic, and nowadays parents even consider those as a standard. Times change, and so does clothes. You might want to have a look at the other girls in her class to check for yourself how they dress. Maybe you do that together with your daughter so she can comment on it, and you can openly and on fair basis discuss that with her. Now, my problem with this is because a lot of times I see people do it even with me and my post. Them don't read my post, maybe them read the first line, or if I have a title, then read the title. Somebody just WhatsApp me a while ago asking me what kind of question that I asked today in my WhatsApp group when I said which one is worst. Because I was watching one of those DNA result court thingy, and this woman brought 2 men to court stating that is 1 out of the 2 of them breeder. It happened that none out of the 2 of them, the DNA rule out both the men that she brought to court. So what that mean? The judge even asked her, so do you know who actually got you pregnant? She said, no, Your Honor. So the judge said, okay, that is a problem. First thing, you accept it, so whatever. But she bring 2 men to court. So I was watching it. I don't know me or mind. So I sent it out in my WhatsApp group, and I said, which one is worst? A man getting a woman pregnant and leaving her, or a woman getting pregnant for a man and giving another man jacket? And yeah, me have some discussion on that. So when I'm a friend later and me know she go say more, I'll listen to the voice note afterward and see what I go on with that. Because me don't know, maybe me get excited for men. Me think it worse when you give one man one jacket. It worse in every level. You actually lie to yourself, you lie to your pitney, you lie to one man, you lie to society, you lie to everybody, because you gotta give one pitney to whoever. One man left, that is a man leaving a woman now pregnant, that is so like the norm. I'm more the other way around. You're like, oh yeah, they're actually still together after. Yeah. So yeah, it's normal. And me have a whole pass up my can answer if you go down the line for support that. But me think, if you have to ask me, if you want my answer, it worse. But another we are discussing that. But me I say, oh, you have society dictate to you. The school, back to this one now. So back to the point I was making again. You have people who read one line and then they choose to answer. That not really work. Because some of the time them something I say, maybe me even agree with you in the thing. Read the whole thing, man, even if it's long. Don't try comment on my things if you not really know where I comment to. You understand? If you not understand something, ask me. So this lady said that the school, they only found out about the whole short thing because I want to assume that when them come home and see her in a short clothes, although them still not like it, them say, well, at least she there home. You know, not a biggie. She in the house or wherever it is. But at the school, I make the parents know, say, she's wearing these inappropriate clothing to school. So the school is complaining about it. And now this person is saying, oh, the mother needs to go to the school. If you pitney them at the school or wear stuff where you're uncomfortable with, you need to move your child. That I whole thing about freedom. So they must say, oh, go to the school and see what the other girls are wearing. Maybe I can have a discussion from there. If it turns out, but may I say this is my trouble, you know. Where the whole thing of teaching your child to be decent. Because the other day, me not stop say it. I saw a picture of my runner, Shelly-Ann Fraser, today, modeling her belly or tummy, and it looks so nice and all of that. But a couple months ago, she went on her ward and she was wearing a jacket that I think is too big for her. And it was one of those open front things. She wasn't wearing any bra or whatever. She leaned over in a photo, and I was seeing her bra, or her breasts. And I think it was inappropriate for the function. And the amount of thing, may not lose all so-called friends. People cuss me up on Facebook out, right? But no, things on time change. And people free to do anything she wants. She work her own money. And blah, 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 right, and enough in her body for this. Yeah. Now, as I say, if you always have your all up, there's another photo of her that she was actually pulling the two part of the jacket together. That mean you're uncomfortable. But society did it so we're as naked as you, bare as you dare, as naked as you can be, they'll more applaud you and say, yes, you're looking good, you're looking. And that is what they're teaching our kids nowadays. That is the right thing. Yeah, man, do anything you want to do. Go, yeah, man, go naked, man. I like to see that. And you're not supposed to teach your pitney nothing else. Me prefer teach them and make them depart. As the Bible says, train up the child in the way they should go. When them old, they may not depart from it. Make them depart after you do your work. But I don't think it's right for you not to do nothing. Not teach them nothing, no etiquette, no discipline, no nothing. And then you go, oh, they have their own person. Let them shape their own. No. But as me say, is a set of kind of people think that kind of way. Because for you, this is what me thinking of. For you accept one wrong is like you accept all wrongs. And there's a bigger picture, there's a bigger goal where them strategically working towards. And I'm like, if all of us become that of a way of thinking, then the world will end. No more picnic and ban and all of these things. Tamara say, well, watch the Murray show today, DP, and women have a 4-year-old. 3 men, which include her husband, none of them were the father. And you gotta tell me son wickedness that no one woman what he said she what 4-year-old the woman have a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, men which include her husband and none. So you tell me son wickedness that one man goes a boom and yes, cause it's not like you have men who do it where in I can't even say a man intentionally impregnate a woman. That would go against every core of my belief. A man cannot intentionally impregnate a woman with. Anyways, and that we are discussed tonight. And the man going about in business. You tell me say that is so wicked and evil. That one woman will look for one man and say, just because you go there, as them say, if you not go under full roost, them can't shit by you. Just because you go there, I am going to make you the daddy. And then you have another part, because I was watching it yesterday to where this woman 30 years sitting and the man finally decides that him not thinks that it film pit and he want a DNA. And the court actually saying all of that and the judge, oh no, but you're the only man she knew for 30 years as her dad and da whatever. So any angle where you take the man I get a shot with a bullet. Because him if he never got him, he no call and he was there all along. So yeah. Yeah, she could wear shorts in the yard but not on the road. Yeah, and that me I talk about Tamara. She at the school a complained. That is how the parent was brought to their attention. And yeah, I gotta tell my foolishness. Anyway, it turns out that she is right and everyone dresses like she said. Then maybe you should ask yourself, what is the greater harm? Her wearing clothes that do not comply with your ideas of dressing, or her being mobbed by her classmate, or maybe that's mocked by her classmate, by dressing like in the 60s. It turns out she just wanted to walk around half naked to impress boys. Hold on. If it turns out she just wants to walk around half naked to impress boys and the other girls don't dress as she told you, then this would be a point to discuss as well. How to impress boys using minds and not the body. In this case, you should maybe address her fears to be left out from those who find the one they truly love forever and ever, and how unrealistic that idea is. If in the end you maybe find a compromise if you discuss that with your daughter on a fair and open basis. Once she knows you took her serious and took interest in her version of life. Me alright with that. Me alright with that comment here. 3 more. 1 more to go. 3 more to go. If we compromise and let her wear regular skirts, and this is the mother responding, regular skirts again, while she's in middle of the punishment, then we look weak and she'll have the further ground to misbehave in the future. Once she changes her attitude, we're willing to do what you have suggesting, but not a second before. Getting mobbed by classmates on her outfit might provide an incentive for her to reconsider her outlook. After all, I'm kind of dip on the mother side with this. You know why? Because everybody just dwell upon the clothing alone, and she's saying the child is lying and misbehaving and not doing what she's supposed to be doing. So this is not just the clothes thing, and she's of the opinion that it's the dress code. Because she start dressed like she a big woman and whatever. That is the reason why. So that is the punishment what she put in. What is the name of that school? St. Hilda's? St. Hilda's, whenever a child misbehave, them wear a white dress for the whole day. And everybody knows say whatever and thing. And it works. I think they still do it. It works. Because guess what? Nobody no want wear no white dress for the whole day. You understand? Or maybe days you have to wear that white dress. So you see, but as I say again, society is teaching us. We as parents supposed to just cross our arms and just say, do what you want to do. I love you anyway. Somebody actually said it earlier. Yeah, I love you so much. And what if you're not what you wear and you're not what you do? And rubbish, foolishness. And then people are not forgetting to pick me. Stephanie say, At Stephanie, you're treating an almost adult like a small child, which can only end badly. Punishment will not change our attitude, but can damage your relationship. Okay, this is from Michael. I'm not a pedophile in my book. I am not going to question your style of parenting because she is your daughter, after all, but you might want to ask yourself how willing someone is to follow rules. If there is only punishment and no reward, kids often follow rules more easily if they consider them to be fair. And I think that me did say, and this is from Tuthi, whatever that is. That is what I was saying earlier when I say, even when I was in the classroom, I asked my pitney them, I say, yo, wanna do this? Wanna think about that? What is wrong? Was it right? And them tell me, and then I say, wanna think the punishment should be now? Yeah. What do you think the punishment should be now? And a lot of times they come up with their own method of punishment, and it works. Because, like, my thing is, you have to set it from day one. Like I said, the lady said on the show today, that your child is not your friend. Send me hear people tell, oh boy, I'm a daughter, I'm a best friend. So guess what? When them stress out and can't find them rent, them will bother them like a 15-year-old about it. Boy, you want to know, say, what basically I do? I tell her, I say, if you go help your mother. So she go out there now and the little drugs man or whosoever, money man or scammer man, I go say wherever. You remember the topic I did the other day? Where this girl was caught having sex in her mother's house and thing, and the mother beat her. I think she was, 17 or 18. The mother beat her. And then the man ended up cussing the mother if he said, oh, because the girl got tell him, said the money where him give her mother ended up using it by underwear or whatever. The man used that for cuss the mother to say, oh, if I never him should now wear underwear and all of this foolishness. It's crazy. So my thing was, I say, a lot of times, if the punishment seems fair, then we'll adhere to it. But you cannot be you don't need to be your daughter's friend. You don't need to be your son's friend. Now make them go have a friend at school. You're the parent. And that is a big misunderstanding which I think some people have. Your children, they're not looking to you to be their friend either. You notice them. So my time, if you want time with them from them reach them teenage years, you have to, like, you schedule time with their own pitney. Because in a for them head, all they're praying is to impress their friends. And if a girl impress the boy, them, and if a boy if I'm thinking the right way, you know, him want or games or whatever they're not see necessary like, oh, I have to sit and eat with mommy and daddy. And no, them something not important to them. Them no want you be them friend, them want you be them parent. So parents need to get that in their head. You don't need to suck up to your pitney. When you do them, anyway. Shrug, I don't know still. My school was red skirt when you misbehave. Yeah, man. See that? But, again, may I tell you. You see this land of the free and the home of the brave? God. Lord help us. That's all I can say. Because everything that is wrong, and I'm wondering where this wholesale way of thinking. Cause you so much people are ridicule the parents in this. Wanna see it? How many of the comments that we get where they're actually blaming the mother to say, no, you shouldn't do that, Ray. You're going to lose her for good. And as me say, make me do what me need to do. And if you want to vex, you vex. When you reach of age, you make a decision. You understand? You go where you want to go, you do what you want to do. But as long as you're in my house, it's not going to be your way. It's going to be my way. And if it's a war, me asking to one of them, oh, me fire the first missile or whatever it is, nuclear war. No, make it be like that. Me good. After me, I pay the bill them. Alright. I leave you with 2 of my Vox Pops. Yep, soon tomorrow night. Alright? God bless.
Black side Russian head concussion.
In your opinion, state the 2 main issues that parents of teenagers face.
Sex and teenage pregnancy.
Teenage pregnancy, less parents guidance, you know.
Cartel and kid soap.
What's up, y'all? You don't know it's your girl Sanchin, and you are watching Lifestyle with Damian Phillips. Keep it locked.
Not take no talk a straight road, a street life. Mama little princess gone. Black side Russian head concussion.
Parents of teenagers faces nowadays.
Well, in my opinion, most teenagers nowadays, they're kind of rebellious, so they won't really adapt to the rules that their parents instill within the homes. And also, that most of them, they're just unruly and parents can't manage them, and boys going, girls become promiscuous or stuff like that. So those are the problems that I think that parents have for teenagers.
Sex and truancy.
Open homosexuality and drugs.
Sophia, you don't know it's your girl Sanchin, and you are watching Lifestyle with Damian Phillips. Keep it locked.
Good girl, but now she gone bad. Story of a